we were overwhelmed with possibilities. And but we did know one thing. We wanted to make a project that when people looked at would say, I want one of those in my house. When can I get one of those? And so that's when we started to think, what could we make that would bring out that reaction in people? And one of the themes we thought of was entertainment, because entertainment is such a big part of people's lives these days. So we wanted to make something that would control all of your entertainment in one central location and still look awesome to have in your house, and that's exactly what we did. So with that in mind, I present to you Curtis. Okay, so in case you didn't catch it in the video, I'm Bryce Detweiler.
I'm Ben Felker.
Tim Torres.
I'm Kellen Michalowski.
Andrew Frederick.
Greg Coker.
And our project is Curtis, the computerized universal remote table interface system.
Now, when we designed Curtis, we had in mind a conf table with a touchscreen surface that through it you could control virtually any electrical appliance in your house. We made it remote control for your TV, you can do it for your thermostats, it works with lights. Like I said, any electrical appliance, if you can plug it in the wall, Curtis can control it.
Okay, Curtis works using an infrared touchscreen that we built from scratch. The touchscreen consists of an acrylic sheet, a projective surface, and a frame of LEDs. The LEDs project infrared light through the acrylic surface, and it's diffused throughout. When you press your finger against the acrylic, some of that light being diffused through is projected down at a camera, which detects the blip of light. That blip of light is registered as a click, and that is used to control an application written in Phoenix Contact's VisiPlus software. That VisiPlus program that we wrote then sends that input to the PLC, which then communicates with the Bluetooth module and manipulates the appliance. And it only takes one remote module to manipulate up to 16 appliances.
These two images are the two modules inside of Curtis, and the Nanoline controller is what is basically the brains of Curtis, and it sends information to the Bluetooth, and they communicate. The Bluetooth is wired to Curtis, and it physically tells Curtis what to do, turn on or off.
Installation of Curtis is relatively easy. The only cord sticking out of the table is the power cord, and that can be plugged into any normal wall outlet. The PLC or programmable logic controller is hidden within the table. The touchscreen communicates with the PLC, which then sends its data to the Bluetooth module. The Bluetooth module is directly hooked up to any appliance in your house, and the Bluetooth allows for connectivity up to 1,000 feet, except through the lead wall, so it will not work in the box.
Now I will tell you some of the main features of Curtis. The main thing that we wanted it to do was control your TV and your lights. For your TV, we got to turn on and off, change channels up and down, and adjust volume up and down. For lights, we made it able to control up to 4 light sources on and off. There's also a lock button on the side of the screen to lock the screen to prevent from touching error. The screen itself does not, it doesn't register against anything larger than the size of your fingertip. So say you put a cup or a phone on it, it will not register and do any unwanted control. You can also place extra buttons on it to control things such as power and fans. Curtis is also very expansion friendly and can be used with almost any appliance out there.
Now, as for the construction of Curtis, the LEDs, the sheet of acrylic, and the projection surface are all held together in a wooden frame. The table itself is made out of 2x2s with a drywall floor, and then inside the base of it there's a projector which projects onto a mirror, and that image reflects off of the mirror onto the projection surface, and that's what reads it. There's also the infrared camera in the bottom, which will read all that and send it to the VisiPlus. The Nano controller is mounted inside the table, so I can receive all the information directly from that. The remote module does not need to be inside the table. It's meant to be placed like behind a wall or near the appliances that it's controlling. For our prototype here, we put the remote module inside the table actually, for safety's sake and transportation purposes. It just made it a lot easier.
Okay, so one of the greatest things about Curtis is its possibility for future application. Because not only would it be awesome to have in your house to control like your television, it could also be used in schools to help teach like tactile learners. But not only in schools, more so in business it could be used. Say if you owned a machine shop, Curtis would be a great tool to use to manipulate all of the appliances you would have in that shop. So maybe if you needed to turn everything off at the end of the day, you could have Curtis do that, rather than have to go around and manually turn it off. Another business application would be in restaurants. You could use Curtis as a sit-down table or a bar table, and customers could place their order from an on-screen menu and have it sent to the chef to be made. Owners of restaurants could also use Curtis to, say, get statistics and customer feedback, or provide entertainment for people as they wait for their food. And speaking of entertainment, you can also run just about any game on Curtis that you can run on your computer, say Angry Birds or Palm, for entertainment purposes.
What we learned, oh boy. Due to the complexity of our project, we quickly learned that we have to split into a couple different groups in order to make our project become a reality. Ben and Bryce worked mainly on construction of the table, while Kellen and I worked on some of the programming aspects. Greg and Andrew worked on some of the presentation materials. Now, the programming aspects, due to the steep learning curve of VisiPlus, we had a very hard time in the beginning trying to get it to work to establish a link between the computer and the Nano. After a couple months, we finally got that one thing that we needed, and we were able to build a bridge between the two parts and get everything working. The other part of difficulty was with the frame of LEDs that provides the infrared plane of light. We have about 100 LEDs, which means 200 solid connections. It was important to get all connections secure so that we get full functionality of the frame. We also had to learn and implement Ohm's law, which was a little bit too late after we burned 50 LEDs and maybe 3 resistors. If you're interested in learning more about our team experiences, you can visit our website, lowerdolphin.bizgrade.org, and click on the 2012 link. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in an Explorer, which is
If you use
no surprise.
Google Chrome or Firefox, both work fine. That's our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.